You've probably felt it too. That subtle tremor beneath the ordinary. The sense that something about reality doesn't quite add up, as if the surface of things is hiding a secret. You go to work, scroll your phone, talk about the weather, laugh at the same jokes, yet a quiet voice in the back of your mind keeps asking, is this all there is? Most people push that voice away, but some, the ones who can't stop listening, begin to notice the cracks. They begin to see that the world presented to us may not be the world as it truly is. Terence McKenna once said that culture is not your friend. He didn't mean that society is evil. He meant that the invisible system shaping our thoughts and desires is not built for our awakening. It's built for our obedience. From birth, we are handed a map. It tells us where to go, what to value, what to fear, what to chase. But few ever stop to ask who drew this map, or what terrain it hides beneath the ink. This is where the real journey begins, not across oceans or mountains, but inward into the mind itself. Reality, as we experience it, is not pure truth. It's a negotiated hallucination, a shared story we all agree to pretend is solid. The mind edits, filters, decorates. It hides the infinite complexity of existence behind familiar labels. Tree, sky, you, me. But what happens if you stop labeling for a moment? If you look at a tree without calling it a tree, you might feel a shiver of the unknown. Suddenly, it's not wood and leaves anymore. It's a pulse of being, part of the same mystery that looks out through your eyes. McKenna called this direct encounter with the unfiltered world, the felt presence of immediate experience. It's what reality hides. Not something outside of us, but something buried beneath our concepts. Every civilization builds its cage of language. We think with words, but words also think for us. They decide what can be said, and by extension, what can be seen. When you live entirely inside language, you live inside someone else's dream. That's why McKenna treated language like a living creature, something that could evolve, mutate, even liberate us if we used it consciously. The poets, the shamans, the artists, they are the ones who twist language until it cracks open and light pours through. When they speak, reality itself seems to bend, reminding us that we built this illusion and we can unbuild it too. But here's the paradox. To question reality feels dangerous. Society rewards stability, not awakening. The moment you step off the map, people get uncomfortable. You stop fitting the script. Conversations become awkward. Your curiosity looks like rebellion. Yet, this discomfort is the first sign that you are beginning to see. The edges of your perception start to dissolve. The world loses its rigid outline. Things you once thought were separate, mind and matter, self and other, begin to merge like colors bleeding on wet paper. The more you look, the less you can find the line between inside and outside. You realize the boundary never existed. It was drawn by the mapmaker, not by the landscape. This is why McKenna said that the universe is not only stranger than we imagine, it is stranger than we can imagine. Reality hides because we are trained not to look. We are conditioned to prefer certainty over truth, comfort over consciousness. And yet, truth keeps knocking. It hides in coincidences, in moments of déjà vu, in the feeling that time isn't as linear as it seems. It hides in dreams that speak in symbols, in synchronicities that whisper, pay attention. The mind is not a container inside reality. It's a gateway through which reality itself passes and reshapes. Imagine for a moment that consciousness is not produced by the brain, but received by it, like a radio tuning into a signal. Every thought, every dream, every flash of inspiration, just frequencies translated into experience. Then, think of what we call ordinary reality as one narrow station on that cosmic dial. Most people never change the channel. But sometimes, through silence, art, Meditation, or, as McKenna suggested, the responsible exploration of altered states, we twist the knob slightly, and the static clears. A different kind of reality hums through, not separate from this one, but layered beneath it, waiting to be noticed. Of course, this is not easy work. To explore the mind is to face its shadows. The illusions we dismantle are not just cultural, they are personal. We've built entire identities on false foundations. Jobs, roles, beliefs. To see through them feels like dying, because in a way, it is. The ego resists fiercely. It whispers, don't go there. Stay asleep. Keep scrolling, but if you keep going, if you let the illusion burn away, something extraordinary happens. You discover that what you thought was you was never you at all. Behind the voice, behind the story, there's only awareness, pure, silent, vast. This awareness is not lonely. It's the same field that breathes through everything. The trees, the clouds, the strangers on the street, they are not things separate from you. They are expressions of the same consciousness playing infinite roles. When this realization lands, even for a moment, the world becomes unbearably beautiful. Every sound, every face, every sensation glows with significance. You see that reality was never hiding anything from you. It was waiting for you to stop hiding from it. But here's the tragedy. Most people never reach this point because they are too busy performing. Performing normality, performing certainty, performing happiness. We are so afraid of not belonging that we trade our authenticity for acceptance. McKenna called this the domestication of the soul. It's a slow death, one smile at a time. To break free, you don't need to move to the jungle or reject society. You need only to wake up inside it, to see that the game is a game, and then play it consciously. Some people ask, but what's the point of all this awakening? What good does it do if the world stays the same? McKenna's answer was simple. The world does not change from the outside in. It changes when enough individuals transform their own minds. Culture is an echo of consciousness. Shift the signal, and the echo must follow. Every time one person steps out of fear and into awareness, the collective dream shifts slightly toward lucidity. This is how evolution actually happens, not through force, but through frequency. Still, awakening can be lonely. You start to see patterns others ignore. You notice how media keeps people hypnotized, how outrage and distraction replace reflection. You might even feel tempted to disappear, to withdraw from the noise. But solitude isn't exile. It's integration. In silence, your perception recalibrates. You begin to listen not to opinions or headlines, but to the hum of being itself. You realize that reality isn't outside waiting to be understood. It's inside, waiting to be remembered. The more deeply you look, the more you notice the trick. Reality doesn't hide from us. We hide from it. Every time we choose comfort over curiosity, distraction over awareness, certainty over wonder, we turn away. But when we turn toward the mystery, when we sit with not knowing long enough, reality begins to reveal its true texture. It's not fixed. It's alive, responsive, participatory. You are not an observer of the universe. You are the universe observing itself. And so, the map McKenna offered was never meant to be followed blindly. It was meant to be questioned, rewritten, lived. It points inward, not outward. It says, the path is your perception, the territory is your mind, and the treasure is the expansion of awareness itself. When you realize this, every experience, joy, pain, confusion, wonder, becomes sacred. Life stops being a problem to solve and becomes an art to live. This is what reality hides in plain sight, that the ordinary is already miraculous, that consciousness is the secret ingredient of existence, that awakening is not an escape, but a homecoming. Once you glimpse this, you cannot go back to pretending. You can still laugh, work, love, play, but now you do it awake. You see through the game without needing to destroy it. You become what McKenna called the true human, a being aware of its own myth, playing consciously in the cosmic theater. So, if you feel reality stirring, if you've begun to question the map handed to you, take that as a sign. The journey has already begun. Don't rush to replace your old beliefs with new ones. Sit in the mystery. Let the unknown do its work. Because the unknown is not your enemy, it's your origin. The mind is not a prison. It's a portal. And reality, far from hiding its truth, has been whispering it all along in dreams, in synchronicities, in the quiet voice that asks, what if there's more? You are not crazy for hearing that voice. You are simply beginning to wake up. Follow it gently. Question everything, including what I've said. Build your own McKenna map. And when you start to see through the illusion, remember others will still be sleeping. Be kind to them. The dream has its purpose too. But never again let the map replace the mystery. If this exploration spoke to you, take a moment, breathe, reflect, and share what you see. Leave a comment. Tell me what reality has been hiding from you. And if you want to keep walking this strange, beautiful path of awakening together, subscribe, like, and stay curious. The map is not the territory, but maybe, just maybe, this is where the territory begins to reveal itself.